All right, welcome back to Coffee Cafe. We're going to start off our third week. Okay, so this is where we are. We left off in the very middle page of page 5 here. So we're going to continue on page 5. Okay, and here's the scenario. All right, so it is now, right, the 15th of June, Saturday, and we are finally setting up our store. Okay, so here we're going to pay LV Remodeling Company for the remodeling job. Okay, so again, invoice number 1754. Okay, use a check. Okay.
Okay. So you would have to go into it's going to be checking. You're going to write the check for what was the amount that I put?
Right. So that's correct. You're going to be writing a check. Okay, so today is the 15th. You're going to be writing a check. So we know that much. Where do we go to keep track of all our bills?
Okay, you're going to pay. You're going to do accounts payable.
Yes. But, okay, good. Okay, but where do we go to find out uh, who we owe? Where do we collect all that information to keep track of everybody that we owe?
Okay, we go into our operating expense.
Not operating expense. There's a expenses do not tell us about our liabilities. Where do we go to figure out who we owe?
Vendor list.
Our vendors list, right? Under our subsidiary ledger.
Okay.
Right? So this one. All right?
LNV.
What was it? LV Remodeling. M L Landlord. Here you go. LV Remodeling. We're taking a look here. Okay, how much do we owe? How much we're gonna pay?
Uh, we're going to pay $18.90.
We're gonna pay $18.90, right? The bill that we're paying is $17.54 right here for the remodeling job. And if we take a look here, it is due. It says right here that we are it is due on June 15, which is today, for $18.90. Perfect. Okay, good. So go back to your journal for $18.90. Okay. What's my accounts payable account and checking account?
Checking account is 1010 for the checking.
Mm-hmm.
And accounts payable. Let's see. Accounts receivable is 2,000.
Okay.
Well, 20,000.
Good. Good. Okay. What else should we be doing?
Okay, we should be notating in the subs in the ledger that that was paid.
Well, first, before we do anything with the ledgers, you said
Oh, okay. We need to notate the check on our check register.
yes. We need to cut a check because we're not gonna mail out $1,890.
Right.
So yeah. So we're gonna be writing a check. Okay. Today's the 15th. Okay. For how much?
For 1890,
To who?
uh, LV remodeling.
Okay. And for what reason?
Uh, you they did the interior of the store. Supplies?
We didn't buy supplies from LV Remodeling. Okay. So we have check number 1515. Okay. So how do you want to notate your transaction?
The transaction would be noted as LV remodeling, the check number used, and the invoice number uh used, and paid for a job.
Good. Okay. Now that we finished the journal, where do we go next?
Uh, we would go back to our ledger,
Okay. Ledgers.
and that would be back to LV remodeling.
Okay, so that's the sub ledger.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, and we would date it for the 15th. And we put the invoice amount, which is 18, Let's say 1890.
Where?
Um, the invoice amount.
Not in the invoice amount, because did you receive a bill?
Yes.
We already received the bill on
Right.
the 14 or on the
Right.
11. Okay. So here you could put notes like, what did you do? What is this third transaction? What did we do?
Paid for job.
Correct. So there you go. We can put we paid for job. And what was the proof of transaction?
The check number.
Correct, right?
Right.
Correct. Okay. And this was for invoice which one?
Um, 1754.
Okay. Now in this case, well, what journal was I on?
Journal 5.
Mm-hmm. You could skip all of this. Now, what did we do?
We paid them.
We paid them. So you would put that under payment for 1890.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And that will subtract that 1890 off your account. So now you only owe 1560, which is true
Right.
because you have one more bill to pay. Now,
Right.
in this case, if you want to, you can highlight which bill has been paid so you can keep
Uh-huh.
track of that. So I'll highlight mine. Okay. Um, and yeah, that's the way that you can keep track of it. I'm going to change this. I don't, yellow is a little too bright for me. Let's change it to, yeah, let's change it to green, right? Represent, yes, it's gone and it's a go. There you go. Okay, you can choose whatever color you want. In this case, I chose green. All right, so we made a payment. Good. And we now only owe 1560. Okay. Where else do we need to go to?
We need to go ahead and put in the total to find out how much we got in checking.
Good, right? So we need to go to our general ledger, which to update our account balances, right?
Right.
So in this case, which account are we going to look at first?
Oh, we're gonna look at the checking. Uh,
Checking
uh,
checking is not first.
hmm.
Checking is second.
Okay, we're going to accounts payable.
Yes, we gotta go. We need to update my liabilities because I owe less money now, right?
Right.
So accounts payable, it is the 15. What do you want to say here?
Invoice number 1754.
Okay.
General ledger 5.
Okay, so in this case, I want to also put a little extra information because that looks like I'm entering in a bill, right? Maybe I
Uh-huh.
want to say that I made a payment and the proof of the payment was check number 1515.
Okay.
Okay. General journal page 5. Okay, what else?
We are going to debit it
Mm-hmm.
for 1890.
Good. So therefore, how much money do I owe now since I paid 1890? So if I started with 15,7 or 15,676.40 and I just paid 1890, how much do I owe now?
$13,788, $13,786.40.
Good. Okay. Now we can go to checking.
Okay.
Because now we spent more money, right?
Right.
So we need to update my checking account to let me know how much I have. So here we are, checking. Okay.
Okay, we got $2,099.92.
Okay, hold on. Let's fill in the rest of the stuff. So what's your note here?
Okay, the note would be check number 1515,
Okay.
General Ledger 5, 1890.
On the credit side.
Uh-huh. And we got 2,099.92.
Yes. Good. Okay, we already did the subsidiary ledger, so that should be it for this transaction, right? This doesn't have to do with inventory.
Right.
So we are done. Good. Excellent. Okay.
Next scenario.
Next scenario, right? We purchase office supplies from office supplies store for $150. Here it is. Here's your receipt, and you used your business credit card to pay for it.
Okay. We'll be doing office supply
Yeah, office supplies.
and Visa payable.
And Visa payable. Okay, what accounts are those?
2,200 for 22,000 for Visa payable, and let's see, office supplies. 11,800.
Okay, for how much? What was your grand total amount?
$150.
Good. So how would I finish my description then?
You would put in purchase office supplies
From where?
from office supply store.
Proof of a transaction.
Sales receipt.
Good. Sales receipt number 1107,413.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. If you want to list out all the supplies, you can, but we can also put that in your ledger. Okay. Good.
Okay, so we could go in our ledger.
Okay, so which account are we going to go to first?
We're going to go into office supplies.
Okay, office supplies. There you go, office supplies.
Is bear with me.
we list the items here?
You can. So what did we buy?
Paper.
We bought paper. We bought some printer ink. Bought some pens and some labels. So yes, I'm gonna list it right here. Okay. What journal page am I on?
Journal 5 still.
Yes, we are. So, and we're gonna debit how much?
Okay, is this where we
150?
break down the amount?
You can if you want to in your notes,
Okay.
but in this case, I am not caring
150.
Uh-huh.
to keep track of my paper, pens, labels, and things like that.
Okay.
So in this case, I'm just gonna just say, well, I bought $150 worth of office supplies.
Okay. $150 it'd be debit and debit on your normal balance.
Yes, because we started with 0 and you adding 150 to it, so therefore it's going to be 150. Good.
Okay.
Okay, which account is next?
Would it be the computer?
No. Look on your journal. What did you just wrote in your journal?
Um, okay, we go to purchase expense.
No. Well, okay, so look at your journal. We just journalized that we bought office supplies. How did we pay for those office supplies?
Um, with a credit card, business credit card.
Right, so
Okay, so we'll go to the credit card.
we need to update the credit card so we know how much we owe, right, on our credit card
Right.
because we spent more money on the credit card. And here we are. A Visa payable. Okay, what did we buy? Or what did we charge our credit card for?
Office supplies.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's for $150 credit.
Okay. So how much have we charged on our credit card so far?
$470.31.
Good. Okay. Okay, where else do we need to go? Because we finished the journal, finished the general ledger. Where else do we need to go?
We need to go to the bank card or the card that,
No. What if I need to go return some of these office supplies? I need a place to record this
Purchase expense?
not a purchase expense. Where is the list that I keep track of all of the people that I owe?
the vendors list.
The vendors list, because I need, just in case, you know, I purchased the wrong labels, the pens don't work, or it doesn't fit the printer for whatever reason that you have to make a return. You should definitely keep track of that and put that in your subsidiary ledger, so then you have proof that the transaction has occurred, but also in case you need to return stuff. So let's see, office supplies store here. Okay. Now it is up to you if you want to break down each and every single item. Okay, saying like, oh, you bought paper for $19.99. You bought the printer ink for $99.90, and the pens for $8.90, and then the labels for $9.78. That's up to you if you want to put that in there. But in this case, that's only up to you if you want to, in case you do want to return the items at all. You can be able to put that in there. But it's up to you if you want to do it. But and then you're gonna put in that you pay with a Visa payable, right, or with a Visa credit card.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to you what you want to fill in your subsidiary ledger. But you do need to have the other information, because just in case you do end up returning the stuff. So in this case, you could say you purchased. Okay, what did you buy?
Ah, paper,
Yes.
ink, pens, and labels.
Okay. And how did you pay for this?
Uh, the credit card,
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what was the proof of transaction?
the sales receipt,
So let's see what that sales receipt number was.
1107,413.
Good. So sales receipt number 1107,413. Post reference, what journal am I on?
Journal 5,
Okay. How much did the receipt say that I owed?
$150.
And I paid with my credit card,
Yes.
$150. So again, my formula is invoice amount minus prepaid, minus returns and allowances, minus discounts, minus payments. So right now, I owe office supplies nothing, because I purchased office supplies and I paid with the credit card. Okay. Right. Good. Okay. Next, right here says that we purchased from wholesale food store. Okay. And we used our business credit card once again to pay for these items. So what did I buy at wholesale food store?
The sugar and non-dairy creamer,
Okay, good.
and that would be uh 11770 and 11775
Okay. And how did I pay for it?
with the Visa credit card, and that's
Yes.
going to be Visa payable.
Good.
So for the sugar, you're paying 21.60, and the creamer you're paying 48.99, and the Visa payable would be 70.59.
Hold on. 48.
99.
99. There you go. Typo. There you go. There you go. 70.59. Why is there no sales tax? How come I didn't get charged sales tax?
It's probably because it's wholesale.
Mm, you can still go to a wholesale store and still get charged tax. Why in particularly was I not charged for tax here?
He probably was exempted.
In this case, no.
No.
Anybody can go to a wholesale store and be able to purchase the same items and not get charged tax. Why is these items non-taxable?
Hmm.
What's special about the items that we purchased?
Is it part of the inventory?
No, it's not part of inventory at all because this is a business supply. We're not selling our sugar and creamer.
Okay.
Why are we not charged sales tax? Right? It's because we purchase food. Okay? So
Okay.
grocery stores, right? They do not charge at all for food. It's one of those non-taxable items that um, that is both state and federal that says, oh, you do not tax on food. Okay? We bought sugar. It's for consumption, right? So in
Mm-hmm.
this case, you're non-taxable to the for the Food Act. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So yeah. So good. Now in this case, how? Let's finish. Yes. Yes.
How did you find that out about sales tax and food?
It's just a law. In this case, if you like when you go by to the grocery store, it's just one of those rules that when you purchase food, that you just get non-tax for it. So for instance, right, let's say you buy alcohol. Why are you taxed at a higher rate for alcohol? Or if you buy tobacco, why are you taxed higher? That's just the state and federal law there. Now in this case, this one's definitely mandated by the state, right? Depending on what kind of taxes that you pay on certain items. And there's a huge list on it. So tobacco, alcohol are usually higher taxed. Food is taxed, right? So if you buy anything that's a non-food, so for instance, you go buy, things for the house, right? Those are obligated to be subjected to be taxed because it's a product, not food, it's not something for consumption. So there's a whole list that your state tells you what you can and cannot tax. But as a person who's buying stuff, that's just it's something that is kind of general information, if that makes any sense. But yeah, this is something that it depends on the state. That it's just one of those things that are already known. Okay, so in this case, it's a list of things are taxed, right? Okay. So again, alcohol, tobacco, food, and then regular non-products. Okay, they get taxed special rates. Okay. All right. So in this case, what am I going to be putting into as my description?
Purchased creamers and sugar, and your sales receipt number.
Okay, from who did you buy it from?
Wholesale food store.
Sales receipt number.
5534875.
Okay, 553-4875. Good. Okay. And that should be good enough.
Okay, you're going to go to your subsidiary, your ledger,
Which one? Subsidiary ledger or ledger?
the subsidiary.
Okay.
And you're going to go into wholesale foods.
Okay, wholesale foods.
Mm-hmm. And you're going to put sugar and creamer.
How many pounds of sugar did you buy?
1 pound.
We bought way more than 1 pound.
Oh,
60.
60.
We bought 60 pounds of sugar. And
Non-dairy creamer. We bought 3.
for $48.99, right? Let's see.
Right.
48, yeah, okay. All right, my sales receipt number.
Is
Oh.
55.
Right, that I paid with my Visa payable or Visa credit card. What was the sales receipt number?
55 34 875.
Good. Post reference.
Journal 5.
Good. We can skip all this. What was my receipt amount?
$70.59.
And we made a payment with my credit card for how much?
Right. $70.59.
Okay. Plug in my formula here.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I owe wholesale food store nothing because I purchased at time and paid at time of purchase. Good.
Then we're gonna go to our Visa payable.
We're going to update our ledgers. Yes. Okay. Okay, Visa payable.
That'll be $540.90.
Okay. We need to fill out the rest of the information first.
Okay.
So what did we do?
Purchase
Supplies.
Sugar and creamer.
uh-huh.
And you could put wholesale food store. Okay. General journal.
5
And we're going to credit 70.
70 59, which gives us $540.90.
Excellent. Okay.
So we got everybody covered.
We need to update the other two accounts for my sugar and creamer, right? Because I
Right.
acquired assets. Right? I purchased sugar and creamer, so therefore I need to fill in my sugar and creamer accounts.
Okay.
Okay? Today's the 15. We purchased how many pounds of sugar?
60.
Okay. What's the cost per item? Do you guys, let's see.
36 cents.
It's 36 cents per pound. Okay. Journal page 5. Okay. For $21.60 debit.
And we go to the creamer.
We gotta go to the creamer. Okay.
You bought 3 of them at a cost of $16.33.
Okay.
Now, when we making the notes, can we put the seals receipt number?
You can if you want to, but in this case, it doesn't really matter.
Okay. And it was for $48.99.
That's kind of a lot for creamer.
But it's a 12 pack. For one case, it's $16.33. And we're talking about like those big bottles. Okay, so one case has 12 bottles in it of creamer. So in this case, $1 and 50 cents per bottle. I'm assuming it's a 12-ounce bottle, so that's actually a lot of creamer.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good deal. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Okay, so 48.99. Okay. All right. So good. We did the journal, we did the ledger, and we completed the subsidiary ledger. Good. And this isn't an inventory item, so we can go ahead and move on forward. So let's see what happened next. Okay, so it's still Saturday, the 15th, and we end up receiving a bill from Silver State Electrical. Okay, so this is what the bill says from Silver State Electrical, right? They billed us on the 15th, they expect us to pay on the 19th. Invoice number 3351. What was the item? They did electrical wiring outlets, okay, for $1,070. So, what do we do with this transaction? Okay.
Okay, we don't need to use the general journal
Why?
because we just received the bill and it's up to us to, the due date is the 19th.
You still received a bill.
Yeah, we received the bill, but we haven't cut out a check for it yet. So we're choosing to pay later.
If we're using the accrual basis of accounting, you are going to 100% record this transaction because you are accepting a liability. Even though you didn't pay, a transaction has occurred.
Okay.
But if you're using the cash basis, then of course you would choose to ignore this and only record it when you pay. But right now, we've been using the accrual type of basis of accounting. So we need to accept that they just completed a job for us, so we owe them money.
Right.
Okay, whether we paid or not for this job. So in this case, we do 100% need to record this transaction. So how would we record this transaction? Why did we need to hire Silver State Electrical for?
It was to
Electrical wiring outlets?
For what particular reason?
for the brewers.
Yes, for the coffee grinder, remember?
Yes.
Okay. So would you consider this as a separate expense or would you tack it on to the cost of the asset?
Tack it to the cost of the asset.
Correct.
Expense.
Okay, so you would tack it on as part of the cost of the asset because right now my coffee grinder cannot even be plugged into the wall because I don't have enough outlets. So we end up hiring Silver State Electrical to do outlets for us. So now we have a place to plug in my coffee grinder. So therefore, because it was a cost to my coffee grinder, right, to get it ready for service, we need to tack on that cost to my coffee grinder. So in this case, it's just not a separate expense because we need it for the purpose to get my asset ready for service. Okay, so in this case, where is my coffee grinder?
It's in your it's in 15020.
Now, is my coffee grinder actually there?
Yes. You just haven't put it in service yet.
Okay, so where did I place it temporarily? Where is it currently? If I already purchased it, right, where is it right now? Because if I go to my account right now for coffee grinder, there's nothing there.
Okay, would it be under miscellaneous
Yes,
expense?
that's exactly where it is right now. My
Okay.
coffee grinder is in the miscellaneous expense account, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, did you have a question?
Yeah, I was just thinking like the electrical outlets being put into office or the shop wherever the coffee cafe is. It could be like considered like maybe an operating expense.
In this case, we just built an outlet just for just the coffee grinder, right? Because there's enough outlets for the refrigerator, the coffee brewers, but not for the grinder, right? That there's too many things being plugged into the wall. So we need to separate that, or else there'll be an electrical shortage or outage,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because if you plug everything into one wall socket, right, that's too much energy going into one socket, so
Mm-hmm.
it will power shut you down. So in this case, to make a safety hazard from happening, we created a separate wall for an outlet, and we only need it for the coffee grinder, right? We're not needing it for anything else for the coffee shop. Okay. So in this case, this one is necessary for the coffee grinder. Right? So in this case, miscellaneous expenses where my coffee grinder is. Okay? So that's exactly what I'm going to put here. Okay? All right? And I received a bill. Am I going to pay for it now?
Uh, no.
No. So what am I going to do with it now?
Um, you also gonna debit that amount?
To where?
To miscellaneous expense.
Okay. But my question was, am I paying for it now?
No.
So what am I going to do with it then?
Credit it.
Credit it where?
Miscellaneous expense.
No.
No. Mm.
If I'm not going to pay my bill now and I choose to pay it later,
Would it be
Visa payable.
would it be your accounts payable?
we didn't use a credit card to pay for this, so not Visa payable, but yes, accounts payable because now I owe Silver State Electrical money, right?
Right.
Because I'm not going to pay them now. I'm going to choose to pay them later. So therefore, accounts payable is correct. Right? We're accepting that a job has been completed, but we're not paying them now. We're choosing to pay them later. Okay, for how much? How much was this electrical wiring job?
1,070.
Okay. And here you have every piece of information you need for the description. So, okay, so what happened here? How do I describe this transaction?
Um, paid
Electrical wiring outlet.
Okay. From who?
uh Silver State.
Silver State Electrical.
Good. Okay, electrical wiring. What was the proof of transaction?
Invoice 3351.
Okay. And when is this bill? How many days do they let me owe them for?
4 days.
Yeah, net 4. Good. Okay. Okay, so my journal is done.
Now you're going to go back to the uh, ledger,
Okay.
and we're going to transfer the coffee grinder out of miscellaneous expense.
Our journal has not said that. Our journal that we are currently on right now is that we need to put the electrical wiring job into miscellaneous expense.
Okay, so once we paid the paid the amount, then that's when we transfer it out.
No, because the next section is to transfer it out. In this case, it does the your bill does not matter because you can choose whenever you want to pay for it, right?
Right.
But in this case, I'm tacking on this item as part of my asset. You need to do this step first before you can move it from your miscellaneous expense to your coffee grinder account.
Okay.
Okay, because we don't even know what my grand total for my coffee grinder is. How would I know how much to take out? I don't know what the complete amount is. So right now I need to add in the electrical wiring for my coffee grinder first.
Uh huh.
Okay. And then I have to journalize that I'm moving it from one account to another.
Okay.
Okay. So first I'm gonna do here is add in my coffee add in the electrical wiring. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We're still on our 5th page here.
Mm-hmm.
And how much was the electrical wiring?
1,070.
Okay. So if I'm adding this to my miscellaneous suspense account, how much is my grand total?
$4,058.08.
Seven
$4,158.07.
cents.
Okay, good. Okay. I need to record that I received a bill because now I owe more money, right?
Right.
So I got to go to my accounts payable to reflect that I owe more money for this electrical wiring job. Okay. What's the proof of a transaction?
Receipt.
Invoice.
Invoice 3351.
Okay. General journal page.
5, and for the amount of 1070.
So how much do I owe now?
13,078. $13,786.40.
That's what I'm currently at, but I just added another 1,070. So how much do I owe now?
Oh, okay. I didn't even hit. Okay. $17,944.47.
Where did you get 17,000? Oh, no, 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 no. So when you made your payment, right, for
Yeah.
the LV remodeling, you're back down to 13,786.40. So that's what happened here, but I just tacked on another bill. So how much do I owe now? You need to add the $1,000 to this 13,000.
Okay, $14,856.40.
Good. Okay. Good. Okay. All right. So now that we're done with the
That's what I got too.
journal, we're done with the ledger. Okay. Where else do we need to go? Because we owe somebody some money, right?
Yeah, so we got to go into our vendors list.
Mm-hmm. Because now we need to record that we owe Silver State Electrical money. So Silver State Electrical. Okay, here they are, Silver State Electricals. Today's the 15th.
Okay, note would be electrical outlets.
Mm-hmm. Electrical outlets. Okay, and you could put for grinder. Okay,
Okay.
invoice.
Invoice number is 3351. Post reference is the General Journal
Good.
Stove.
Mm-hmm.
Terms would be um, net 4.
Mm-hmm. They gave us 4 days.
Uh-huh.
So therefore my due date is
It's the 19th.
it's due on the 19th. Good. For how much? What was the invoice amount?
1070.
1,070.
Good. So therefore, since we haven't paid for it yet, because we have until the 19th to pay for it, if I plug in my formula, it should give me that I owe $1,070, which is true. Okay. Good. Okay. So I did my journal, my ledger, and I updated my subsidiary ledger. Okay.
Okay, so why is it we did post it to the subsidiary ledger, but then it says after that, transfer coffee grinder out of miscellaneous expense?
Because now we know exactly how much my coffee grinder is amount to, right? Because
Okay,
we're done.
all right,
So now it says we need to transfer the coffee grinder out because now we completed everything that it is ready for service, right?
right,
We got the foundation, we got the electrical wiring going, we tacked on everything to my cost, to my coffee grinder. So now it's ready to be placed into service.
okay.
So I can now transfer it from my account from miscellaneous expense into the proper account, which is account number. What's my coffee grinder account?
Uh, 150220.
Okay. And I'm taking it out from my miscellaneous suspense, right? So that means I should
Right,
be crediting my miscellaneous expense, right? Because
right.
I'm decreasing whatever value's in there. Okay. Now let's go ahead and verify how much is actually in my miscellaneous expense account, because I need to know that amount for me to determine how much I'm transferring out. So right now, if I take a look at my track record, right? So we received my coffee brewer and coffee grinder, right? My coffee grinder was $1,353.07. Okay?
Mm.
We split the shipping, $175 each item, right? For the coffee brewer and coffee grinder, right? Then we
Right.
end up removing the coffee brewer.
Brewers.
So then, therefore, my coffee grinder was at a grand total of $1528.07. That's my coffee brewer, coffee grinder right here.
Mm-hmm.
We tacked on the reinforcement of the foundation for that $1560. So therefore, it's at $3,088.07. Then we just tacked on the electrical wiring. So now I'm at $4,158.07. So that's my total amount for my coffee
Grinder.
grinder. Yes, so that's exactly how much I'm going to transfer into my coffee grinder is 4,001.5807. 4,15807. Right? And your note in your description here will be to remove the coffee brewer or to move coffee grinder into or to remove coffee grinder out from miscellaneous expense. Okay, right, we're taking it out because we have everything we need because now my asset is ready for service. Right? Okay, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to identify or not identify. We're going to go ahead and take it out from my ledger right now. Okay. To remove coffee grinder. Okay. And we're going to credit it for the $4,158.07. Okay? So if I'm going to be crediting this account, how much should be my account balance in my miscellaneous expense?
0.
It should be 0, right? And then now we're going to take this amount and we're going to plug it into my actual coffee grinder account. Okay? Okay, here's my coffee grinder account. It's the 15. Okay, so in this case, my coffee grinder, right? We already said it was $1353.07 plus $175 for shipping. Okay, plus 1560 for foundation. Okay, plus 1070 for the for the outlets. Okay, that is why my grand total is
4158.07.
exactly 415807. Okay. Now in this case, I forgot to include the tax. So if you want to go back down, let me see. Let's figure that out so that I know what my actual asset was. Okay, so here we are, miscellaneous. So let's see, the coffee grinder was actually $1,249.95. The tax was $103.12. So $1,249.95 and $103.12. $103.12. Okay. $1,249.95 plus tax, which was 103.12. There you go. Okay. All right. Now, is this so transferring from miscellaneous suspense to my coffee grinder account? Did that have to deal with anybody? Or is this an internal transaction?
Internal transaction.
It is 100% an internal transaction, so we don't need to deal with anybody there. Okay, so now we finally have my coffee grinder. Okay, and I'm at the bottom of page 5, so let's see what has happened next. Okay.
Okay, we made a purchase.
Okay.
We putting in a purchase order.
We're putting in a purchase order. Good. Okay. Here's my purchase orders list. Okay, so what did I buy? So purchase order number 308. Okay, so today's still the 15. Yes, it's still the 15. Okay. What did we buy? Oops.
Regular coffee, 125 pounds.
Okay. Okay, so who did we buy, or who are we ordering this from?
Atlas Coffee Importers.
Okay. Atlas Coffee Importers. We're purchasing regular coffee and supreme coffee. Okay, 125 pounds of each. Okay. What is my cost per pound?
Unit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, per pound. $1.36 per pound for the regular.
Okay.
And $1.57 for the supreme. Okay, $170 and $196.25.
Okay. Giving you your grand total of $366.25. So good. That is verified. Okay, confirmed. Okay. So actually, I'm going to stop here. We'll continue for the next day when we come back from the break. Okay.
Okay.
Let me pause.